Welcome to this week's Gentle One. This time we're going to go for a full-on restorative session. That being said, do bring with you anything that will keep you comfortable and warm for the whole duration of the session. So it would be great if you could bring a blanket or a warm jacket to have by your side, as we're going to stay for long periods of time during each position. It's this once in a while treat that we give ourselves, and it's the definition of, doing nothing, and how this complete pause can actually sort of help us get much benefit and find ourselves much calmer, much more open and spacious when we come out of this. Sorry to keep you back and forth, but for the purposes of this session, also do bring any sort of support that you've got available. So any cushions that you might have. If you have a yoga bolster, that would be great. Any blankets that you can sort of roll and create some cushiony bit. For the sessions, we are going to use those things. So yeah, cushion yourself up so you can get the most of the support. The whole idea of the restorative session is to keep you prompt and supported whilst you're doing the bends and the stretches. So your muscle system is not actually doing anything. So that's a fully supported treat, and treat it as that. So yeah, make sure that you've got everything you need to keep yourself warm and to keep yourself supported. So just starting with a usual lying down. Allowing body and mind to make that transition from whatever has been going on, however exciting or stressful over the past few days, making that leap into this moment, right here, right now. And we have two aspects of the restorative session. One is the support, which we can establish for each position as we go. And the other one is time. Traditionally, a restorative pose is held for around 8 minutes. We might do that a bit shorter, but that gives you plenty of time to really witness your body in that position, how it changes, how it shifts, how the breath gives into that position. It's really a deeper exploration, although it seems like you're doing fewer things. But starting where we are, lying down, either in your savasana or with your knees bent or feet together, knees apart, whichever way you choose. Just take a moment to think and connect to all those parts in your body that make contact with the ground underneath. And just taking a moment, allowing the weight to release through those points. This is your introduction to this restorative session. Just allowing body and mind to gradually make that transition. And although you're lying on your back and doing nothing else, just try to notice how your breath affects your position right now. What happens to your body as you're breathing? What sort of changes? Which parts of the body change to accommodate the breath? Which parts of the body change as a repercussion? And then just taking a moment, coming to the breath. Allowing each breath to be deep and slow. Breathing in deep. Breathing out slow. Breathing in deep. Breathing out slow. And from there, gently go ahead and move the pelvis towards the left side of your mat. Bring your legs towards the bottom right corner of the mat. Crossing your left leg on top of the right. And from there, we're going to bring both arms towards the top right corner of the mat. So in a way, the whole body points to the right, whilst the pelvis stays onto the left. Try not to put any tension, any extra force into that. And we're just going to stay there. The whole idea is that we're not actually pushing the body here. We're letting it slowly melt. And just stay, breathing softly.
As you're giving it time, you can witness the body unfolding. For 3 and 2 and 1. Breathing in. On the exhale, we're going to release. Bring both feet onto the floor so we can shift the pelvis back into the center. And from here, just go ahead and shift the pelvis over to the right side. Left leg extends to the bottom left corner. Right leg crosses over. And both arms reach to that top left corner of your mat. Going for a wonderful stretch along your right side. And just staying there. Observing the breath. Observing the body as it changes. Being aware of your points of contact. Allowing the weight to fall through. That's lovely. Breathing in. And as you exhale, just coiling the whole body over to the left side. Bringing it into a nice fetal position. Letting your head curl in. Bringing your knees all the way in towards the chest. And taking a few deep breaths in this position here. breathing deeply and softly. Making sure you're not holding any tension, that your whole body stays relaxed, fully supported from the ground underneath. From there, softly, using your hands, you can start bringing the body up. Lovely. And as you're there, just go ahead and bring your cushions. So taking your cushions and placing them over to your left side. We're going to start with the left side, keeping your knees bent, one knee stuck on top of the other. And I'm just going to take a nice deep breath, let that left arm extend. And as you exhale, just falling on your side, lying on your side, you can let your head rest onto your left arm. Your right arm can stay in front of you, or you can bring it all the way over above your head and bring both hands together here. Now this is a stretch for your right side, as you can probably feel. Now we're going to stay here for a while, so making sure that the cushions you've got allow you to have that little curve on your right side, which will ensure that the stretch is taking place. And just stay. You can interlace the fingers here, so that can be an extra little support for your hands. And if you have that blanket or jacket around you, just place it over yourself. And we're just going to stay here for the next few minutes. And just observing the movement of the breath and allowing that opening to take place. The most important thing here is that you're not adding any tension. So your task, the only task, is to keep scanning through the body, noticing if there's anything that you could actually let go. Nothing else to do. Nowhere else to be. Just stay. Lovely. From there, very, very slowly, we're going to turn it over to the other side. So start by bringing your right hand onto the floor, left hand coming all the way over to your table pose. And from there, rolling it over to the other side. So sitting on your right side, placing your legs one on top of the other, shins parallel to the side of the mat. Inhale, right arm extending, reaching up. And on the exhale, just gently resting, folding over your right side. And just stay there. The left arm comes over your head to meet your right hand. And stay. Cover yourself up. Make sure you're warm and cozy. Of course, you're invited to close the eyes and allow your body to get into a deeper state of relaxation and letting go. Keep giving space. Keep releasing. Keep letting go. As the body adjusts, just notice how much more space there is. Good. And so from there, we're going back to the table very, very gently and softly. So first, just bring that left hand onto the floor, right hand onto the floor, going back to the table. And we're going to move towards a supported sphinx. So placing the cushions or the cushion somewhere under your rib cage or around the level of your rib cage. You can extend your legs back and then gently let the body release as you're allowing the chest to stay supported from the cushions. Here, you can probably get your hands into fists and let your head rest all the way. If you have additional cushions or any kind of blocks or anything that could be used as a support for the head, you can use that too. The idea is to keep breathing deeply, feeling that movement of the rib cage as you're breathing in and out. Keep releasing, keep letting go. Take your time, slowly. You can start shifting all the way back towards that table pose again. By this time, we're going to roll that cushion or that bolster somewhere in the middle of the mat, under the pelvis. And again, we're going to extend the legs to the back and let the pelvis drop. This time, the upper body will drop a bit lower. Let the feet release. That's just staying there, allowing your lower back to completely release. You can close the eyes, letting the whole body melt in this position here. Getting into the support your body needs and really allowing the ground to support you. No holding back. No holding whatsoever. And from there, very, very gently coming back, placing your hands onto the floor, gently pushing back, and gradually bring yourself to sit all the way back onto your heels. Taking a moment, removing the cushion from in front of you. And from there, we're going to sort of sit on the side and let both legs extend to the front. We're going for a supported forward fold. So once your legs are extended, go ahead and bring your cushions and place them right at the top of your legs. You can layer them up, or you can fold them in a way that would make sense for you. What we're going to do is actually allow the body to release forwards. This is not so much a stretch for the back of the legs, although yes, you'll get a nice stretch, but also it's a stretch for your back. As you're letting your body fold, you'll feel all those muscles around the back stretching, opening, expanding. So make sure you're comfortable, because comfort is number one priority, and let it ease and melt and soften. Really important here, if your head is not supported, make sure you add extra layers of that support. Or you can always use your hands. You can use your fists, you can use your elbows to let the head find some support. Also, what you could do is bring in a chair, and you can place the chair right in front of you, so your head can rest on the seat of the chair. So go ahead and try that too. A few more deep breaths here. Allow the whole extensor chain of the body to get a nice deep stretch. And slowly one by one, we can start rolling up. And as you're there, just maybe gently move towards the top of the mat. And we can take your cushions and bring them all the way behind your back. Nice. Maybe you can move a bit further down and bring that a bit further down too. Nice. Now what we're going to do is we're just actually going to lie back. So from there, lying back and allowing the pelvis to climb on top of the cushions. So eventually we're going to end up with the back of the pelvis on top of the cushions. So you can either have this, the supported bridge pose, or you can let both legs reach up. If you can turn that so that your legs rest against the wall, even better. Just staying there, your hands can stay on your lap, on your hip bones, or you can even swing them behind your head and let them rest there. So whichever of the variations you choose, just make sure that your body is comfortable where you are. And there we can all let the knees bend, place the feet on the floor, stay in the supported bridge. Just a few breaths here. And from there, just taking your hands on your side onto the floor and gently lifting the pelvis so that you can roll the cushions a bit higher up. And then again, let the pelvis drop. And you can sort of reposition and adjust your cushions. This time pushing them under your rib cage. You can bring the soles of your feet together, knees opening to the sides, and let your head sort of drop back. You can either keep your hands on your rib cage, you can extend the arms towards the top of the mat. You can open the arms to the sides. And you can always adjust depending on what feels right. If you'd like extra support here, you can place some support under your knees. That will keep the legs supported and it will help them sort of go deeper and deeper into that stretch, gradually and softly. From there, very, very gently, we're transitioning Start by placing your feet onto the floor, bringing your feet close to the body so you have a nice strong support. And go ahead and slowly lift the pelvis. So lifting the pelvis up so you can sort of remove the cushions from underneath your rib cage and slowly push them towards your heels. And once they're there, just let the pelvis come all the way back onto the floor. And we're going to move the cushions right under the knees as we extend the legs, coming to a supported Savasana. Allowing the back to stay on the floor, making sure you're covered and warm. Allowing the body to rest and reset. Connecting to the breath. Allowing that gentle flow as you're breathing in and out. Tuning in to the tiny adjustments as the whole body moves through and with your breath. The whole body relaxed, the whole body open and spacious. Breathing softly. And in your own way, gently start waking everything up, moving fingers and toes and hands and feet, stretching arms and stretching legs, and eventually rolling all the way over to one side. Getting over to that fetal position, bringing your knees all the way in towards the head all the way closer and closer to your legs. And just stay there, taking a few deep, deep breaths. go ahead and bring it all the way up to sitting. Finding your sitting bones here. Finding your back. Thinking of the spine lengthening. Your back widening, your shoulders releasing. Head balancing right on the top. Taking a deep, deep breath, arms reaching all the way up. Embrace, connect. Exhale, bring your hands to your chest, finding center. Inhale, opening eyes, minds, hearts. Thank you very, very much for joining today. Have a lovely rest of the day, and I'll see you next time.